today's video, I am so excited to share with all of you some delicious, healthy, and incredibly nourishing snacks for energy. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica, and here on my channel, we focus on all things mom life. However, everything we do here in this space does have a bit of a healthy twist, as I'm a holistic nutritionist and a nutritional practitioner. So this video has actually been highly requested because, let's be honest, snacks are a critical part of our life and our everyday food consumption. So when you think about it, the amount of times that you're snacking throughout the day hopefully is no more than 1 to 2 times a day. But if you really add that up throughout the days, the months, the weeks, and of course the years, you want to be conscious of the type of snacks that you're grabbing and we're putting into our bodies. Oftentimes I see with my clients that their meals are relatively healthy, but it's that snacking and the abundant amount of snacking that they're doing that can really derail their energy and ultimately their overall goal. So I'm so excited to share these snacks with you guys today. They are so delicious and easy to put together, and something that I know that all of you will love. So first up, you guys, we have a cauliflower lemon smoothie. This one is so refreshing, and it is packed with fiber and anti-inflammatory ingredients that are going to keep your blood sugar extremely balanced and give you a little extra boost in the afternoon. So first up, I have 1 cup of riced cauliflower that's been frozen, super easy and convenient to have on hand. Then I have a 1/4 cup of frozen pineapple for a little bit of sweetness. 1/2 cup of unsweetened coconut yogurt. You could also use Greek yogurt if you're not sensitive to dairy. Both are delicious. I enjoy it both ways. 1 scoop of collagen powder, which I love to add in for these afternoon smoothies. It's a really good source of protein for me and amino acids in the afternoon. Then I have a 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric. This is incredible to give your brain a buzz and a little boost. It's highly anti-inflammatory, and the spice in here is great for blood flow. So if we want to get the blood pumping to our brain, of course, using spices like turmeric is a wonderful idea. Then I have 1 cup of unsweetened coconut milk, but you could use whatever milk of your choice. I just prefer all things coconut. Then we're going to be using the zest and the juice from 1 whole lemon. This is like a medium size lemon. I would say go no smaller than this. Medium to large is preferred because the citrus is key. And I'm going to be using some raw local honey. This is actually somebody that works with my dad, and he gives us some of the most delicious honey ever, and we love it. So we're going to be using this, as well as 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. So now we're gonna throw everything into the blender, blend this up, and this is a really good one that I like to make personally, story time. Okay, so story time. This is one that I personally like to make when I have afternoon calls. So let's say I've had my breakfast, my smoothie, or maybe my warm chia pudding, then I've gone ahead and had a lunch, and I do have like 1 more call that I kind of need to power through at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock before I get the kids. This is a really good time that I would utilize this smoothie because it does give me that extra buzz. I can really feel it. Also with the coconut yogurt, using the collagen powder, I also feel really full for a very long time. So if we're eating dinner a little bit later, I have to run around and go to soccer or gymnastics or something after school, I love this one. I mean, I just love a smoothie at all times. There's never a time I don't love a smoothie. So let's throw everything into the blender, and maybe that's what I'll do throughout this video. I'll tell you the different times I utilize each of these snacks and when they're like appropriate in my schedule. You obviously can do what you choose and do what works best for you, but hopefully this is helpful as well. Okay, so I just opened the blender. Now remember, we used unsweetened coconut milk and coconut yogurt, like no vanilla, nothing. But the vanilla extract with the coconut, you guys, it smells like a pina colada meets ice cream. Oh my goodness, yum. Okay, here we go. So not only does it smell like a pina colada, but correct me if I'm wrong, does it not look like one too? But we have a full cup of cauliflower, we have turmeric, we have collagen, we have pineapple, we have coconut yogurt, coconut milk, honey, jam packed with deliciousness. So let's give this one a try. We've been loving this one in the afternoon, myself and Kaya and the kids. It's such a big hit. Yum. The smell, you guys. Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. It's like a lemonade pina colada. That's what it is. It's like if you took like a frozen lemonade and mixed it with the pina colada. So good, like so yum, you guys. We've been loving this one the last few weeks. I'm like getting my spring recipes going. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know that I like throughout all of the work I've been doing on the membership site that will have all of my recipes and so much more. I've been working on it for over a year and I've pretty much thrown out everything in December and I've started over. And I've been creating new recipes, doing all sorts of amazing things, and I'm bringing a lot of video content to the membership site too. So I've been recipe testing a lot of yummy things, and this smoothie being one of them. Okay, so I'm sipping on my smoothie, and we're gonna put together our next delicious and incredibly healthy snack. And this one is extremely easy and something that you can do on the weekend ahead of time to get yourself prepared and ready to go for the week ahead. And that is hard-boiled eggs. So I know you've heard this, and I know it's like the oldest trick in the book to have hard-boiled eggs on hand. But instead of me kind of preaching to you why you should consume hard-boiled eggs as your snack, I want to tell you why, and hopefully that'll help internally motivate you to reach for this type of snack throughout the day whenever you're feeling like those hunger cues and cravings. Eggs, of course, are high in protein, low in fat. They're a wonderful source of selenium, B12, and choline. And these nutrients are really important to helping not only our energy production, but our brain health throughout the day. And not only that, eggs are extremely filling and high in protein, as I mentioned earlier, but that high protein is really important if you're looking to starve off that feeling of hunger. And we know that ghrelin is a very, very important hormone that plays a critical role in our hunger cues. So if we eat a higher protein snack, we definitely can put at bay those really intense hunger cues, potentially for something a bit more carby or sweet or sugary. So that's why I love having pasture-raised hard-boiled eggs in the refrigerator at all times. So when we're talking about snacks for energy, there was no way that I couldn't include pasture-raised eggs. So I hope that having all of this intel is motivating for you guys. And that way, when you do feel that hunger cue and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna grab a bar, or I'm just gonna grab a quick Girl Scout cookie, which, you know, we all have to have those moments. But if you do need to be on and present and aware, or maybe keeping up with your kids in the afternoon, let's reach for healthier snacks that'll really give you the upper edge and give you that advantage. Another key element for me when having snacks is to not eat them mindlessly. Oftentimes, I find that it's not the actual snack or snacking that can have us feeling down and as if we've chosen the wrong path. It's the fact that we're doing it mindlessly, whether it's in front of the TV or mindlessly scrolling on our phones. So recently, I've been doing something to not only enrich my snack time, but also to enrich myself. And I've been enjoying my afternoon snack while exploring and learning. I recently took an online learning course on Skillshare by Greg McEwen that helps you harness and craft a productive and balanced life that you love. So when I saw this course on Skillshare, I was so excited and eager to dive in, and it most definitely did not disappoint. So Greg says that the key element here is to focus on the essential and to let go of the rest, which I absolutely love this, and I need to truly work on this skill. I love this concept so much because in his course, he helps you discover how to decide what's most important to you, the tactics to say no to all of the non-essential commitments, and then of course, day-to-day tips for running an essential life. And then the one thing that was really poignant for me was the tactics to keep and maintain this long term. If you're unfamiliar with Skillshare, it's an online learning community with thousands of online classes and members across 150 different countries. And the best part about Skillshare that really is something that excites me is that there's new premium classes released each week. So regardless of your goals and the things that you're looking to accomplish in 2022, there's always something new to discover. And because I am partnering with Skillshare on today's video, they have graciously offered a free 1-month trial to all of you as an opportunity to explore all of the beautiful and premium content that they have on their platform. So for the first 1,000 people that click the link in the description box down below, you can give Skillshare a try completely free for 1 entire month. So for me, this little afternoon adventure of doing some of my Skillshare classes, enjoying my snack, having a cup of tea is something I really look forward to. It's a really sacred time for me. I'm not just mindlessly eating. I'm not only enriching my brain, but I'm also enriching my body. So I do want to point that out to you guys as we go through today's video, that as you snack, be mindful about it and make it a mindful experience. And I think that you'll find that you consume a lot less food and that you'll be more likely to choose some of these healthy and nourishing snacks that I'm sharing with all of you guys today. Okay, so I didn't really quite realize it, but this next recipe is also a lemony, delicious treat. Maybe I'm just very excited for spring. But we are going to be putting together a butter bean and or white bean lemon garlic dip that you can enjoy with crudité. So I would suggest, I love it with purple cabbage, celery, carrots, snap peas, cucumbers, you name it. I love it. Also, I love to spread this on a little bit of toast and put some sliced turkey on top. So you can think of it kind of like a la hummus. So what you'll need is 1 can of butter beans or white beans, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I love this one from Costco. If you haven't seen my most recent Costco haul, I will put that for you up here in the cards where I talk all about my love for this olive oil in particular. So don't sleep on the olive oil from Costco, but you will need some olive oil. You will need the juice of a lemon. Then I have 3 garlic cloves in here. We like it very garlicky. If you don't, you can scale back to 2 or 1. And then I just have a small food processor. So I'm gonna throw all of this into the food processor, blend it together, and then we'll have that as a delicious snack to enjoy. Okay, really quick before I open this, I just realized I forgot the second can of butter beans. So you need 2 cans of either white beans or butter beans. So as you guys can tell from the texture, it looks a lot like hummus, but it's super smooth because we did use those butter beans. So I love to have this one on hand in the refrigerator. Again, like I said, to have with raw veggies. It's super filling, obviously, packed with fiber, protein, amino acids, and a lot of minerals like manganese and magnesium. So it's a great one to have on hand, especially if you're craving something a little bit saltier. You could definitely enjoy this with some siete chips, mix in some cucumbers, some celery, cauliflower, broccoli. All of those would be delicious. So as you can see, I've paired the bean dip with some freshly sliced Persian cucumbers. These are like my favorite cucumbers at the moment. I'm gonna take a little bit of that lemon and squeeze it on top, just for an extra brightness. And then also some fresh cracked pepper. You could put some red pepper flakes on top of this, whichever your preference, but this is definitely one of my favorite afternoon pick-me-ups. So fresh, so bright, super refreshing, and obviously packed with nutrition. Okay, so I've cleaned up the kitchen, as you can see behind me, and I wanted to sit down and talk with you guys about the last 2 snack suggestions that I have today. So let's say you quite honestly don't have time to make a smoothie, or boil up some eggs, or even sit down and eat those eggs, or the lemon bean dip. I know that times can be extremely busy and challenging. So instead of just sending you on your way without realistic examples, I wanted to provide those for you as well. If you follow me for any point of time, you know my obsession with herbal teas. And so the second to last suggestion that I have for you is a little bit of herbal tea, and a few of my preferences are lemon balm and Tulsi. I have a cup of Tulsi tea, which is a rich source of vitamin A, C, iron, zinc, chlorophyll. All of these nutrients are incredible for our brain and our immune system. In addition, Tulsi tea has proven to not only be an amazing adaptogen for our levels of stress from an emotional standpoint, but from a physical standpoint as well. And when our brains don't need to carry the burden of stress all of the time, we feel lighter and more energetic. Then I do love to pair my Tulsi tea with a few dates. I love dates. I know they're very sweet. I know that they're a little bit high in carbs, but they're definitely a great sweet treat for me. If I'm craving that chocolate or I'm craving that cookie and I really want to give in, if I have a cup of tea and a few dates, I don't miss it at all. And talk about a superfood for our brain. So these carbohydrates, while they are high and it's higher in natural sugar, it gives your body the glucose that it needs to produce energy in the brain and in the body. So that's extremely helpful. This is the type of glucose that we want. Now, we don't want to eat 15 to 20 dates in one sitting, but if you do pair that with a little bit of Tulsi tea, because another benefit of Tulsi tea, it does help to balance our blood sugar as well. So this combination is amazing for energy, for keeping you feeling calm and also relaxed during the afternoon, and it definitely can curb that sweet tooth. And the best thing is you can throw it together in under 2 minutes. You boil your kettle, you put it with your tea, and you can enjoy it alongside of your dates. And last but not least on our list of snacks today is bone broth. I love bone broth. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen that in the winter months when it's really cold and I'm preparing dinner and I do feel like I want to have like maybe a glass of wine or something when I'm in the kitchen, I've been reaching for a warm cup of bone broth, which I love. One, it's amazing for our gut, and we know that our gut-brain axis is extremely important. So as we're talking about snacks for energy, I couldn't do this video without including bone broth. In addition to that, it's a wonderful source of protein and collagen, which of course, from a vanity perspective, is incredible for our skin, our hair, and our joints. Then, the essential fatty acids in bone broth are amazing for our brain. Essential fatty acids have been proven clinically to increase brain function because of glycine. Glycine is a nutrient in a supplement I often consume, but I don't need to do it on days that I drink my bone broth. Glycine can help produce mental alertness, it can increase your memory, and reduce stress. So I did want to be sure to throw bone broth on the list today as our final ready to go, super duper easy snack that you could have at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you're feeling that crash and maybe you're craving a latte or something that's a bit more sugary. I would encourage you to try bone broth instead. I hope that you enjoyed today's video and that you were able to get some inspiration and ideas for any of those moments that you have when you're craving a snack or you're wondering, what should I eat when it comes to snack time? I hope that you feel supported and covered. And if you liked this video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click, that way you don't miss a single video. And I hope to see you back here next Thursday.